It's another long-awaited episode of Drinking with Brandon. Here's to your health. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. That's not bad. So in these episodes, unlike when I'm doing instructional videos or walking with Brandon, this is just designed to shoot the breeze and to talk about things that are on my mind and to tell you what's going on. And so this is what's on my mind tonight. You know how you have crazy clients? You've got the abandoned housewife who's like an emotional shambles. You've got the mean and angry and grumpy husband that berates your employees, the folks that don't pay, the surefire crazy people, like folks that are just nuts that you happen to not have seen in the estimating process, the elderly and demented, the young and entitled. Like, these are the people that you constantly run across. I wouldn't say constantly, small minority, but whenever there's a problem, these are kind of the caricatures of the folks that cause it. So one of these caricatures for me is the know-it-all broke painter. And so I get this email. Of course, I email thousands of people, right? And the guy says, "Oh, Brandon, the world's wealthiest painters? Do you believe your own BS?" I'm like, yes, I do believe my own BS because it's factually accurate. Let's walk through the numbers. What is the world's wealthiest country? It's the United States of America. What percentage of the world's population is it? About 4%. Now, I've conducted probably 2,100, 2,200, it may be higher, I haven't counted recently, diagnostic surveys of painting businesses. It's like a business system colonoscopy. I mean, I look at everything, all the metrics, all the systems. It's like the Spanish Inquisition, not because I'm trying to be tough on folks, but because I want to see what's really going on in your business, because I can't give you good advice unless I absolutely know all the facts. If I didn't know all the facts, it would be malpractice. I would give you bad advice to do the wrong things in the wrong order and the wrong level of importance, etc. And so the average attendee at the Painting Profit Summit is 2.4 million. When I do business diagnostics, and this is a tad anecdotal, I bet 2.4 million or over is something I deal with 1 out of every 40 or 50 calls. Now, the other thing you have to remember is that folks that come to me are self-selecting, meaning they've got something in their heart or in their brain that makes them go, "Oh, I bet there's a better way to do things. I might need some help. There's no need to reinvent the wheel." And so I don't get the bottom of the barrel. Like, the average painting company, I think, is like 1.7 people. Like, I occasionally get somebody that's less than 150,000, but it's not very often. And typically, if people are like around the 70 or 80,000 mark and they've been doing this any length of time, there's something missing in their entrepreneurial drive or their know-how. Like, there's something causing that in most cases. I have seen people come back from it, but it's kind of rare. And so when I say that at the Painting Profit Summit, you will be around the world's wealthiest painters, that's not me bragging. That's me being able to do something that's a 4-letter word, according to the DAs that are in the painting world, and that is math. Math, do the math. Everything that I recommend, talk about, etc., is based on metrics and math, because that's what you deposit in the bank. It's not your feelings. It's not your snowflake pride. It's not you trying to make excuses for why you haven't gotten to where you want to get. It's about doing the math and making statements and facts. And so he asked me if I believe my own, this is normally a family show, if I believe my own bullshit. And I said, yes. And then I explained these facts to him. So perhaps the young gentleman will come around and gain some intelligence and some wisdom. Don't hold your breath. So, yeah, these folks are wealthy. It's true. It's an undeniable fact. But here's the other thing that's true. They are smart, they are caring, they are helpful, they love taking new business owners or folks that have just started on their business journey under their wing. I mean, they're some of the nicest, most professional, faith-based people I've ever met in my entire life. And I get around. I don't just sit here in my house like a hermit, although that's what I would prefer to do. That's the washing machine that I stopped for your listening pleasure, beeping at me to restart it. But nonetheless, I've been around, right? Politics, I've met presidents, I've met governors, U.S. senators, business owners of every description. It's what you run into doing political fundraising. And I like the painting contractors the best. I really do. They're down to earth, yet they're accomplished. They're fun to talk to, fun to talk shop with. For the most part, we share common values. And so I enjoy it. So it's not just that there's a lot of smart folks at the Painting Profit Summit that have done real well, but they're also real nice. So, harumph, harumph. This is Drinking with Brandon. Maybe it's just me venting my pet peeve, which is know-it-all broke painters writing me snide emails, which is fine. You'll send them to brandon@paintersacademy.com. I like getting them. I'll give you as good as you give me. So, what's going on? This is the part of the program similar to something else I do with my publication where I just say what's going on with the Lewis family. And so first off, on a personal note, was very excited about the election. I think the results were great. I think our country will head in a lot better direction. I think we have lost common sense. We've lost a lot of our core values. So I'm excited to see us move back toward what has traditionally made us, again, the most prosperous nation, the most blessed by God, in my opinion, nation in God's creation. And so it's good to see us move back in a positive direction. Does that mean things are going to be perfect? Nah, they never are. We all know how it's going to end up. You can read it in the good book. But it's nice to know that we are in a period where at least some of that traditional value remains. And so I think most painting contractors are probably happy about it too, and I'll tell you why. Because we did that survey. About 85% of painting contractors are conservative. And not that I have not met folks that are Democrats or liberals that are really successful in the painting business. I have met a few. But the ones that I know of that I've worked with, I can count on like one hand that spring to mind. Now, it could be that I've just ran off all the other ones as prospects because I'm so vocal about my views, which is fine. I've always been like that. Even when I ran my painting business, I always told folks where I stood in my faith and my politics. And if we had more small business owners that did that, I think the nation would be headed in a better direction. That's just my personal opinion. Take it or leave it. So Thanksgiving's exciting. I get together with Kristen's family in Bremen, Georgia. Not Bremen, Georgia. Cartersville. And it's about 2 hours away from the house. And she's got a gaggle of folks that come. And I love those people. I married into one of the best families you could ever conceivably marry into. They are nice people. They are pleasant people. They are funny people. They are people of faith. They know how to have a good time and cut up. It's just a good group of people. So I'm always excited to do that. And then I go back home to Alabama to hang out with my best friend Tommy, who I've been friends with since I was in 4th grade. And we've spent every Thanksgiving, every Christmas together. When my dad passed away, I spent one Christmas at my mother's house in a hoarded up trailer. And I did not like it. And it was not fun. And so I started spending my Christmases with Tommy and my Thanksgivings. And we have done that as a tradition ever since. And so I'm going up for my Thanksgiving with Tommy and to see my family. And I'm looking forward to it. We started decorating for Christmas. We got a big, huge Christmas bash that's coming up at our house. We'll probably have 40 to 50 people here. Folks I know from politics, friends, folks from church. people that I've known for 20 years here in town, local neighbors, some folks I've just met, some people in conservative media. It's just going to be a potpourri of folks, which is what I like to do, which is in large part what the Painting Profit Summit is, right? You bring together this really diverse group of people who think differently, are from different backgrounds, and they've all got good ideas, and they're all pretty darn accomplished on average. And so it's just a fun event, and I'm looking forward to it. It is like a family reunion for my business. It's stressful, and it's a lot of work, but it is a lot of fun, and I enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to putting on the dog for all you painting contractors at the Painting Profit Summit. Would I have left anything off of here? It's the busy season. Boy, you don't even know how busy I am. If you could see the stuff I churn out, it would boggle your mind. The copy, the videos, the coursework, the coaching. Man, it's a lot. When y'all are busy, I'm slow. When y'all are slow, I'm busy. Like super busy. It's like tax season. And so if you ever send me an email around the wintertime and I'm slow to respond, it's because I'm just absolutely buried. We do the best we can. So just send it again. Call again. I'll get back to you. Guys, you mean a lot to me. I've become more aware of that recently. I will say this. I got this voice note. You know who you are. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you from Mr. Rick Sabatini. It's one of the nicest things I've ever heard on my birthday. And he left me like this 2-minute voice note, talking about how I'd changed his life. I'm not going to get into details, but I'm very proud of the gentleman, and he should be proud of himself all the way around. And I was in Boston with my pastor on a trip, which was just lots of fun. And we were at dinner, and Kristen would talk about like how much I've changed people's lives. And of course, I started grabbing her leg under the table. Honey, you don't have to talk about all that stuff. For some reason, it makes me uncomfortable. But I appreciate it. I appreciate working with all of you over the last 10 years. You've really made a big difference in my life, just like I've made in yours. So, cheers. The older I get, the more sentimental I get, I suppose. Well, it's old BL. I'm an old man. It's getting close to my bedtime. I'm going to go tuck these girls in the bed upstairs, hang out with the wife, watch a little TV, slip off to bed, and then do it all again tomorrow, because I got a pile waiting in the office, but I'll get through it. Rest assured. Brandon Lewis, Drinking with Brandon. Until next time, see you then.